Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Subrata Sarkar. I'm a mechanical engineer working in manufacturing industry since last 22 years. Today's topic is a little bit different, It's basically human psychology, you can say, category wise. And I'm not a psychologist to explain it better, making a small effort to make you understand this important topic. It is related with every one of us so that we can know a little bit about ourselves. The subject is hedonic adaptation. Before going to this subject, I have a question to all of you. How satisfied are you with your life? If I ask you, you can answer yourself honestly. Extremely satisfied? Very satisfied? Somewhat satisfied? Unsatisfied? Very unsatisfied. So your answer must be any one of these five, I'm sure. There is no other options actually. Now, we need to know the reason actually why we don't stay happier, We cannot hold our, this happiness, this peak of happiness, and it gradually, go down after the situation or the occurrence of the situation. You can see here in this picture, everybody is, is unhappy, or rather I can say can't stay there, can't be more happy, actually happier. And it is irrespective of the age, class of the society, irrespective of how much rich you are, how much money you have. It is irrespective of the academic qualification. It is irrespective of your social status. Like human being basically don't stay happier for a long time. Gradually or very short time, their happiness goes down. Whatever with the situation, whatever with the reason, what maybe the this reason for happiness, it goes down very soon until something comes actually. The answer is the reason. This is a psychological factor actually. It is called hedonic adaptation. Now, what is hedonic adaptation? Let's go to some definition of this. The hedonic adaptation is a observed tendency of humans to quickly return to relatively stable level of happiness despite major positive or negative effect or life changes. Means, whatever be the reason you are happy today, say you have got increment in the office, got promoted, that happiness will not stay for years. Maybe after 10 days, 15 days, this peak of your this satisfaction or the happiness will goes down immediately. Or you may get, say, for a lottery of 1 crore rupees, and after 1 month that excitement will not be there. You are got married today, you are excited, very much excited today. After 2-3 years you will not be excited. Someone has, very close relative of yours has expired today, you are very sad, very sad, your mood is very much off. But after some days, after a few weeks or months, it will be in normal position. This is what is actually hedonic adaptation. It has got some positive aspects to our life as well as the negative aspects. That's why we cannot be happier with our life actually. That is the reason. And it is applicable for each and every person, as I said, irrespective of his knowledge, qualification, social status. It is applicable for every human in this this world actually, for every countries, everywhere, every society. This is applicable for human being in common. Now, I'll show one graphical presentation. This is a hedonic adaptation in marriage. You can say this when this peak, that is the day of the marriage, and after that the excitement goes down. But after some period, maybe 3 years, 4 years, then gradually it goes up. So this is actually the cycle, you can say in this picture also. So this excitement goes changes like this. It goes actually, and for every situation of life, this is applicable. This theory actually works. Now, hedonic adaptation to death of spouse for males. There is also a graphical presentation. So at the day of this situation, it is extreme conditions. Then after some time, this things getting little stable, and so you can say in this picture, the person is very much, they feel someone, his wife is there behind him, or he can feel the presence of her like that. And after the passage of time, he forgot and been busy with some other aspects of life, other things to this handle in life. So in this way, this curve, but this curve is different for a male and female actually. Spouse death for male, you can see here in this graphical presentation, and for the female, it's a little bit different. There are also reasons behind it, you know. When a spouse is expired for a female, because she has to take a lot of responsibility to handle both the society and the external world. So this curve is a little bit different than male actually. Now, hedonic adaptation in divorce. Actually, this is applicable for every situation which happened with a human being. I can see in this graph, but in this graph there is something different. You can see for every other graphs I have shown, there's a peak, there's a situation happens. That was the peak point. Here you can see the peak point is little before actually. Like when some divorce is happened, the situation became worst before that actually. This so and then gradually things going normal. Takes just a few years times. That is the parameter actually. And even this hedonic adaptation is applicable. I'm just showing some picture of the different emotions of the people. Like when someone is fired in the offices, so at the beginning, got very much depressed. Then after sometimes, there's things, people come into the reality. They started finding new jobs. So things getting stable. So happiness or sorrowness, it cannot stay. It will change actually. So this is actually hedonic adaptations. And it is also, some sort like the person who got disabled for any reason or accident, for their changes are a little bit different. And that is statistics that the person who are the victim, rather you can say, for the paralysis, for them this hedonic adaptation is very constant types, less changes. And it is also experimented that the person who has got win the lottery prize, after a few months, if you talk with him, the excitement level, and the person who didn't got the prize, no, there is no much difference actually. So excitement of getting the prize got diminishes after the passage of time. This is a hedonic adaptation. This, you can say the when prisoner, I'm talking about the prisoner, this hedonic adaptation, how it works actually. The difference between a 7-foot cell and a 9-foot cell is insignificant when the person has just lost his freedom. So when you are in a home, or this, when a person is just for any reason got imprisonment, at that time, this, whether the cell size is 9 feet or 7 feet doesn't matter to him. But when he got the stable in this cell, then a person having cell size 7 feet and another person having cell size 9 feet, it matters a lot to life. You just can't this feel it until you passes that situation. So this is the psychological matter plays with all of us, and we need to know a little bit about it, which will be this which can explain at least to ourselves when the situation comes, why it happens, why it's happening, how it can be handled like that. And there are a lot of scientific and technical explanation also. I'm not going to in such detail, but you can see from the graphical presentation, you can see there are a lot of analysis actually for the hedonic adaptations. And there is another point, this money versus happiness. So you all know, I'm sure that when you are earning maybe 5,000 20 years back, and today you are earning maybe 1.5 lakhs or 2 lakhs per month, but the happiness has not increased in that way actually, and there is not much a relation between this happiness and the money. You can say in these graphical presentations. And also the scale of monetary happiness, if we are compared with this triangle, this I'm sure you know this Maslow hierarchy triangle, that the things which are at the bottom of the triangle, you can purchase it. The things which are at the higher, the love, affection, the respect, you cannot purchase it, you cannot buy it with the money. But the physiological needs, basically your foods, your shelter, you can buy it. So there are things you can buy, and there are things money cannot buy actually. Now, there is a very peculiar thing. So you can say there's a age as a factor of happiness. Age versus happiness. I'm showing this graphical presentation. Here we can say this range. Here, this age range of 35 to 45 people are normally unhappy. This is applicable for all male and female. And then happiness goes. Actually, this is a matter of the maturity of the people that matters a lot. People see the world and they find which is this what is reality and what is this this fantasy. So all this understanding and maturity become after that. This so happiness goes up after 45, 46. It is said as per scientific statistics. So this is so if someone is not happy at the age range of between 35 to 45, this is normal actually. We need to know that. Otherwise, people will think why that person is not happy when so this is normal actually, and this is psychological explanation is there behind it. Now there are types of needs actually, utilitarian needs. When someone going for shopping to buy something and perform some task and need for the home or something, then you can say it is a utilitarian needs. But there are hedonic needs. You can say in this picture, when consumer, it's said that when consumer go for shopping for pleasure and which is associated with the fun, this is called hedonic needs. There are people actually, there is no work, let's go for shopping. So in that case, which actually don't need, they have a lot of the clothes at their home, they have a lot of foods at their home, but they want to do some shopping, which is a very actually they get fun with doing shopping. This is called the hedonic need of the human, and you can find this with all common people. This is nothing normal, abnormal. Rather, I can say it is normal with all of us. It depends on how we say it actually. Now another thing, this happiness and age, how it this deal with people, and what is the the priority, rather I can say for the young people. You can say money is the top priority for the young people. The time in the family, second priority, better health is the third priority, and position is the fourth priority. But for the when you are getting much old, maybe 75 years or older people, then this your better health is your first priority, the time of the family is the second priority, money is the third priority, and position is the last priority. You can say in this graphical presentation. So create for you and for all of us, for me, everybody. Now create focus on satisfaction, because satisfaction in life is very important. So you can focus on your home and family. You can focus on your hobbies and passion and interest. You can focus on your work. You can focus on your fitness. Focus on relationships, friendships, and spiritual things. So now the question is, are you happy? Yes. Then do what you are doing. Second question is, are you happy? And if answer is no, I am not happy. Now the second question further, do you want to happy? If the answer is no, I don't want to be happy, then you do whatever you are doing. But if the answer is yes, I want to be happy, then change something, then you will be happy. So if you like this presentation, you can subscribe this, you can give your comments. Thank you very much for watching.